Hi, my name is Catherine. I'm a customer success manager from WebinarGeek, and I'm here with Marie from Intuitive Force, and she'll be speaking to us today about how she uses webinars to achieve her company goals and tell us a bit about her company as well. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So for us who are watching, can you provide us with an introduction, a bit about yourself, your role, and your company?
Yeah, so my name is Marie Griffin, and my company's name is Intuitive Force. And a little bit of background about myself. About 30 years ago, I was diagnosed with a chronic condition, young onset Parkinson's. And about 10 years ago, I started my very own personal healing journey. And up until about 2 years ago, I was taking medicine 6 times a day for this condition. And now I take 1 pill a day and have never felt better. So I'm a Salesforce administrator by day, but now my passion and purpose is to provide these tips, tools, and knowledge for other people with chronic illness to enable them to lead their best lives. Right. So Intuitive Force originally was a Salesforce consulting company. I was trying to do that on the side, but now I've totally switched directions, and I'm moving towards creating this healing community where people can come together, exchange knowledge, and that's what I'm using the WebinarGeek for.
Right. That's very, very exciting. Thank you for sharing that. And what are the primary purposes or goals of your webinars, and what are you trying to deliver to your viewers that they take away?
Yeah, so currently the webinars, I talk about my story, right? I talk about how, why do we get sick? I talk about the healing trinity, which is your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual sides, and how I believe they all need to be balanced and aligned to be healthy and heal yourself. And to provide tips, tools, and knowledge for people and how they can get started on their own healing journey, because I feel it's a very personal journey to go on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's an excellent means of spreading educational information and for a good cause as well. And do you have a most successful webinar, maybe experience that you would like to share?
My most successful one. I'm trying to monetize it, right? I had actually had someone pay for it. And it's not like I want to be rich or, I'm not doing it for the money, but it would be nice to be able to support myself doing what I love to do, helping people heal.
Absolutely.
I was super excited, and I'm trying to figure out how to monetize replays and, like I said, build a community. So, I just had my first purchased webinar, and I was super excited about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. A good milestone as well. Yeah. And are there any interactive features that you use to engage your audience during the webinar? Maybe it's a poll or public chat or something like that?
I love the polls. I really do love them because I like things to be collaborative and informative. And I also like the privacy settings, because a lot of people in my webinars have chronic conditions. They don't want their faces or names shown. So I really like that. I use like the private chat. So I communicate as questions come in, I'll communicate them to people, but they don't have to share, their personal information. I also love the videos you can insert. Although I'm doing a lot of the talking, I get, a little tired doing all the talking. And sometimes I have videos of other people who can express ideas better than myself. So you guys have some great features.
Those are all really good recommendations, and even having those video injections, it really helps to spice it up and have some diversity, keep people focused as well. Same with the polls.
Everyone likes to be entertained.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any future plans or goals for this year in particular for your webinars, or maybe there's a certain amount you want to host?
I'm trying. So I've noticed with being an entrepreneur, you really need to be consistent and disciplined and committed. So I'm trying to do a webinar every month. And basically every time I do one, I figure out what worked, what didn't work, make some adjustments. So I'm holding these webinars monthly. And like I said, I'd like to continue, figuring out how to monetize them, maybe being someone, if they can't afford to attend the webinar, can purchase the replay. I'm trying to figure out kind of all those nuances.
Absolutely. Those are wonderful. Replay as well, which some different applications such as a video conferencing tool, they don't really offer that. So especially if someone's purchasing this course or the knowledge, to be able to have that recording is an excellent feature to have as well.
Definitely.
And so I believe we kind of covered which features you value the most. Is there anything in the preparation to hosting your webinar, any features there that you like? Maybe it's the, or you find helpful for your work. It could be the automated emails, for example.
I do like the
Yeah.
reminders to send to the people, and I do like the practice, how can
Yeah.
practice before you actually go live, and that's really important. The registration I'm still dealing with as well.
Mm.
Since I'm selling it on my website, I tend to get their information and then I send them the registration, or I register
Yeah.
them myself into WebinarGeek.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Especially for something that's a bit more private or you are concerned about privacy, manually registering people is also a good option as well. Is there any specific particular reason that you chose Webinar Geek over maybe a different tool or?
So it's interesting. So like I said, I'm a Salesforce administrator for a pretty
Yeah.
large tech company, and we use
Mm.
another webinar streaming platform, which
Mhm.
I really like, and that's how I kind of got introduced to it. But they weren't very encouraging or supportive of small businesses, I guess I want to say.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
really like how you guys kind of, I'm sure you have larger customers as well, but you made me feel like I was worthwhile and worth supporting
Yeah.
small
Oh,
business
I'm
group.
so happy to hear that. Yes, absolutely. We really treasure the smaller businesses that join us. And some people have also pointed out there's an article in HubSpot about the top friendliest companies or webinar broadcasting tools for smaller businesses. So that's also a way that people find out about us. But
And I
yeah,
just attended
absolutely.
your live, you can ask questions and you guys were it was super informative. And like you
Oh,
said, laid back.
great.
So that was nice, a good tool to have.
Oh, yeah, I'm so happy to hear that as well. That's very good feedback I can share with the team as well. Okay, and do you have any tips for someone who's maybe starting to host webinars, maybe some smaller companies that are just getting into it and they could use some tips?
Yeah, first of all, nothing's ever going to be perfect. You got to start somewhere. You're going to make
Mm.
mistakes. Practice, 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 and you'll get better. And just, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Just jump in and do it. I would
Oh,
say, don't be
yeah, that's to be motivational as well. Yeah, motivated and take action.
I like to
Absolutely.
say fear, the acronym FEAR, instead of fearing everything and running, face everything and rise. I like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I'll be using that. Um, and so your website is intuitiveforce.com, correct?
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. And was there anything else you would like to share, maybe particularly about your business and or anything else?
Yeah, I just, that's what part of what I'm learning as well. Marketing has always been
Mhm.
kind of my downfall. I'm a very technical
Mm.
person. I love collaborating and connecting with people, but trying to market my business and reach people, that's the hardest part. So
Right.
that's what I'm working
Yeah, absolutely. And it's helpful to consider a virtual option because it is more inclusive, especially for people who maybe do have various illnesses and can't travel to an in-person event. Um, so you are contributing in a way as well to inclusivity, and we appreciate that as well because that's part of our mission.
Thank
So
you. Thank you for
yeah,
allowing me to use the tool. See?
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. And if there's anything else you would like to discuss now,
Good,
or
Kat. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you as well.
yeah,
Have a good
I,
weekend.
thank you. Yeah, wishing the same to you. And if there's any questions you have following up, or if you'd want to meet again to discuss anything else, or if you need help with anything, please reach out. I'd love to meet with you again.
I
And
will.
yeah, take care. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.